Hi, I'm Nicole Koch.
I'm Jonathan Murrieta.
And this is your 49er News. We come to you today from the Free Speech Lawn.
On this week's show, CSULB hosts a Charlie Hedbo panel. The campus debates a potential statewide smoking ban. And we tell you why you should get ready for some softball.
For you.
The History and the French departments hosted a panel discussion on the Charlie Hebdo magazine massacre. The January 7th attack left 12 people dead. 2 Islamic terrorists opened fire at the editorial offices after the magazine published political cartoons. The panel explored the importance of freedom of speech, and roughly 150 students showed up at the event. Here is Stephanie Tai with the story.
Students had the opportunity to discuss the Charlie Hebdo attacks with a panel of experts on Thursday, February 5th. The CSULB History and French department hosted the discussion panel in the Multimedia Building on campus Thursday evening.
We must not condone violence. Nobody has a right to take a Kalashnikov and kill people.
But the discussion that's already going on is what are we allowed to say in the press as a reporter?
Heba Al-Shabaki, a sophomore exercise science major at CSULB, explained how there's a lot more to learn from the tragedy, such as the murder of Muslim police officer Ahmed Mirbet.
I think what they said and what I agree with is it's much more offending to the Prophet ﷺ that people were killed in his name rather than a cartoon that should not raise this level of anger, because nothing that can be said or done will affect the image of the Prophet in our eyes.
Al-Shabaki opened up not only questions from students in the panel, but also showed the conflicting views that the panelists had with understanding the tragedy.
I'm sorry, I cannot agree with that because it's historically wrong for France. Yeah, sorry about that. There was a question, I think.
After the panel, speakers and attendees expressed the importance of discussing tragedies such as Charlie Hebdo between students and the community.
I think that's important because we get to have a more fruitful discussion instead of just commenting, on the articles on Facebook or YouTube. It gets us somewhere, I feel.
I really hope I was able to bring some perspective of what's happening, because the issue is very complex, so it's important to have this debate and to be able to confront.
Well, I actually think they're very, very important. So not only for students, but I think it's really important for faculty too, to be in a dialogue with each other about issues that are really relevant, both nationally, locally, and globally.
I hope I was able to bring a voice of France here.
For 49ers News, I'm Stephanie Tai.
Thank you, Stephanie, for the story. Ron Underwood preached his message of God on the Free Speech Lawn. Some students considered his comments regarding Muslims and the gay community to be hate speech. One student said he felt the need to intervene after Underwood shouted at passing women. Here's Greg Diaz with the story.
Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. The wind blows where it wishes, and you...
Street preacher Ron Underwood has been spotted on college campuses in Arizona, Colorado, and California.
Stop trying to get right with God.
Over the last week, he has seemingly been a fixture on the Cal State Long Beach Free Speech Lawn, frequently heard shouting at passing students to repent.
He'll meet these little fraternity boys in the middle of looking at your pornography on your computer. He'll do that. 8 out of 10 of you guys have that problem on this campus. The other 2 out of 10 are lying.
Groups of students gathered around to witness the commotion. A few even attempted to challenge the views that Underwood was advocating.
Why should I believe you and not the Scientologists?
Yeah.
Why should I believe you and not like ancient Greek mythology?
Into heaven on the day of judgment.
Karen and Austin Fowler set up next to Underwood with their own message.
The reason I am out here with these signs is because I think he's trying to reach college students in the wrong way. There's a much better way to reach college students than standing on a lawn and yelling that they're going to hell because they're Muslim,
A few students were merely amused by the spectacle, though some expressed concern at the message Underwood was sending.
I love Catholics and I love Muslims, but I'll tell you what, they will go to hell when they die if they trust in their religion.
What I found upsetting was him basically trying to spread the idea of like ownership towards a woman's body. When he called me over, he's like, young lady, trying to tell me that my body was for me to give to my husband for marriage.
Long Beach students shared differing opinions on Underwood's use of the free speech zone.
Single person happy. Nobody wants you here yelling at us.
I feel like he has the right. Voltaire said, "I might disagree with what you say, but I'll defend your right to say it." You know, I'm a believer in the First Amendment. He has the freedom of speech and things like that. You know, but I also believe in religious liberty and freedom from religion as well.
The things that he's been saying, the slanders that he's been saying, the bad things that he's been throwing at people, really rub me in the wrong way as hate speech.
Despite the criticism, Underwood said he received good feedback from the students and would be returning. For 49er News, this is Greg Diaz.
Thank you, Greg, for that story.
The California Senate is debating a ban on smoking for people under the age of 21. The proposed Senate bill would make California the first state in the country to raise the minimum smoking age to 21. Similar bills in New Jersey, Utah, Colorado, and Maryland have all failed. I spoke with students and asked their opinions on raising the minimum smoking age.
I don't think they should do it because I'm 18 and I smoke, so it's going to be harder for me to smoke if they do that, so I'm against it.
How about you?
I guess it's a good idea to prevent my friend from smoking right here because it's bad for his body.
I think it's a good idea just because I feel it'll improve people's health, and also it'll limit the use of people who are just turning 18.
I don't think it's going to work to hinder kids from buying cigarettes. They can get them anywhere, basically. Also, if anything, if we were trying to raise more awareness to kind of like detour smoking, we should probably have more, educational classrooms at a younger age.
I think it'd be good, like Jessica said, health-wise. I think that it'd prevent people from starting smoking right at 18 or at the earlier age, because you have to wait longer, just like you have to wait till you're 21 to drink.
It will just make kids maybe want to do it more just because it's not accessible to them. I feel like high school students get told no often, and therefore they're just going to want to rebel against the policy.
So while many students think that raising the smoking age to 21 might be a good idea, there's still much debate on whether this bill could actually decrease on teen smoking.
And now to our Music Minute. Reggae band Headshine kicked off the school's noontime concert series. The weekly event is hosted by the ASI and the Student Union. Here's Michelle Siebert with the story.
Hi, I'm Michelle Siebert, and I'm here at the USU for the first of the weekly concerts with the band Headshine. Headshine played songs off their EP Diamonds in the Sun for Long Beach students, which blends rock, reggae, and acoustic. Ross Somakin, the singer and songwriter for the band, talked about their style of music.
So yeah, Headshine is a acoustic rock and reggae band from Huntington Beach, and it's pretty chill, laid back music. Kind of incorporates some of like the style of music that we grew up and listened to.
I spoke to a couple of students who shared an appreciation for the band's performance.
I love having bands outside. The live music is really nice. It breaks the routine a little bit.
Passing students were drawn to the laid-back sound.
I really enjoyed it. I was just walking up the steps and I heard it and it attracted me immediately, so I sat here to eat and relax.
So Macon also talked about the experience of playing at a college.
Oh, I always look forward to playing shows on campus because it's a chance to meet some new people, and everybody's pretty open-minded at colleges. They're down to listen to some new music, so that's what we did today. We played a bunch of new songs that we've been working on the last few weeks, and we're wrapping up right now a winter tour of California, and then we have some more shows coming up this spring and summer.
I'm Michelle Siebert. This is Weekly 49er.
Thanks, Michelle, for the story.
The Long Beach State men's and women's basketball teams won their games Thursday night. The men's team beat UC Riverside 68-63, extending their winning streak to 6 games, while the women conquered UC Irvine 62-46. That win extended the 49ers record to 19-3 overall. They are first in the Big West Conference. In other sports news, the Long Beach State softball team's quest for a second consecutive Big West title begins this weekend. They play in the SoCal Collegiate Classic at the 49ers softball complex. The 49ers play 5 games in the tournament, which begins with a doubleheader against Sacramento and Northwestern State. Let's go out to sports reporter Zach Weber.
I'm here at the 49ers softball complex, where the Long Beach State 49ers defeated the Northwestern State Demons 4-0.
Northwestern's Bailey Gray struggled in her first start, walking 5 and allowing 4 runs in the first 2 innings. 49er starter Amanda Hansen threw a 3-hit shutout and struck out 4.
Nice pitch, Amanda.
Nice job. Neither team allowed a run in the last 5 innings.
Go, man. Strike out, kid.
The Demons got a late hit, but Hansen was able to seal the win for the 49ers. After the game, manager Kim Soder was unsure if her team's readiness to play opening day.
I really didn't know what to expect today because we had, I feel like half of our lineup, and you just, you don't know how people are going to respond to first game jitters and all that.
The 49ers' next opponent is Utah this weekend, who they face off at the SoCal Collegiate Classic.
For 49er News, I'm Zach Weber.
Thanks, Zach, for that story.
That's all for this week. I'm Nicole Koch.
I'm Jonathan Murrieta.
And thanks for watching 49er News.